What's up?
Are we on?
I think we're on.
We're live.
How's it going, everybody?
What's happening? We look nice and cozy.
Yeah.
My living room.
So we're here watching, reviewing my match with Alan Fisher and E.T., the Armwrestling Whisperer. Harold's going to ask me some questions.
Just going to make them up as we go.
Yeah.
It's my first time interviewing anybody.
Let's see how we do.
Yeah. We already did a little trial run. We're kind of playing around with different microphones and cameras and whatnot and asking the same questions over again. And so we'll just start over. So let's start from the beginning. You came here to California to challenge Alan Fisher to a super match.
Yep.
So give me a little background. How long you been arm wrestling?
What
built up to this right here?
So I'm trying to be a world champion. I've been arm wrestling just over 2 years. I think Alan might be the most experienced arm wrestler in the world. He's definitely the GOAT at 165 pounds. I took it at this age because in 2 years' time he might be retired. So here I am in the US.
Stranded.
I'm wrestling a legend.
Stuck at my house.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you got here. You were 5 days prior to the match. 6 days, whatever it was.
Yep.
Which just happened to be our Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep.
So you got to feast on some turkey.
That was pretty awesome.
Stuffing.
Yeah.
Cranberry sauce. All the fixings that us angry Americans do.
Yep. It was pretty good.
And it was pretty good. Got you all set up to arm wrestle the 165-pound goat.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Huge hand. Very, very thick. Incredibly thick. It was abnormal.
Had you pulled anybody similar to him at home?
Well, the Samoan guys, the Islanders, Kiwis, they've got big hands, similar to Alan's, but it's not thick. It's just like a cloud. So when you grab it, it's really soft and squishy. Alan's is like that, doesn't move at all. So it's super thick, just like a golf ball on his hand. And he said his hand used to be even thicker. So to me, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I've always said if you shake the hand of a 25-year-old bodybuilder and then shake the hand of a 65-year-old mechanic, it's a world of difference. Even though the 25-year-old bodybuilder is bigger and stronger, a 65-year-old mechanic's hand is like steel.
Yeah.
There's just something different about it.
Definitely.
And Alan's 66. He's got a lot of miles on those hands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, old, strong man. Probably the strongest 66-year-old I've ever met. He's still running upstairs and chopping down trees, and
it's a busy guy.
Still thinks he's 20.
There might be something with that Juice Plus. All right, well, what do you say we start the match here, and then we'll just kind of walk through it? And
sounds good.
Yeah? All right. Sorry. Got a little hot here. Okay. So we're going to play around with the audio here. Still kind of learning this whole system, so bear with us.
Make his shoulder go out.
So you've already slipped one. You're in the scrap here.
Yep.
Referee strip, you guys couldn't agree, or what was going on?
I think I was complaining about his hand, and the ref just putting in the referee strip. He took it. I was pretty comfortable there. I caught him in my lock
And it looks like there's an elbow foul on
That's what
Allen.
I'd been imagining leading up to the match. And then he elbow fouled. In my opinion, I would have brought it back and got him the pin. But as you see here, he didn't let me get that.
And we got a win for Allen Fisher.
Yeah,
So you changed up.
yeah.
If you're down 0-1,
Yeah.
you got people yelling from the audience. I saw you respond to Alan's wife.
Mm.
Maybe that's a strategy on her part to get into your head. Do you feel like that might have happened?
I think she was just being a supportive wife. She might have been worried for Alan.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. The ref was squaring my shoulder, and she was still saying, "Get your shoulder back." I thought it was pretty funny, so I responded saying, "My shoulders are square."
So you don't think it got into your mental game at all?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I think she stopped saying that after I responded, so that was all right.
All right. Well, second match. Are you coming in with the same approach? What are your thoughts here?
So he got my hand back. I wanted to get this lock again in my sweet spot. So I was thinking, okay, I'm going to slip out here, go for the strap. I was worried he was going to clamp onto my hand and pin me before I could slip. As you'll see in this match, you'll see what happens.
All right.
He's out the back of the pad with an elbow foul.
So elbow foul there. Looks better on video. Looks like I got on top of his hand. But I was trying to slip out and he just held onto my thumb and I kind of just brought him with it. But definitely looks better on video than what it felt like.
Yeah. That hand just engulfs.
Yeah.
Just about everything.
You wanted me to earn the strap. Yeah, maybe I should have tried to top roll more. I just wasn't confident because how big his hand was. If I had a rematch, I'd probably top roll next time.
Okay. Let's see what happens here.
Go!
So
Going in with Jerry Caderet.
So I was actually trying to slip there again. I wasn't going for a flop press. That was Alan holding it again. And I was trying to convince the ref that was a losing position slip. And he said it wasn't intentional.
And we got a pin.
Alan just had too much side pressure in that one. So I was expecting everything Alan had, but I didn't think his side pressure would be as strong as it is. I knew his hand was going to be big. I didn't know it was going to be as thick as it is. I was expecting him to be a bit faster. I think he was letting me have it a little bit, so I beat him to every go, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, his side pressure was better than I expected.
Okay. So 0-2.
Yeah.
Going into the third match. What are your thoughts?
I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to calm down. The nerves are getting to me, so just closed my eyes and tried to control my heart rate. I was thinking about what the world would think if I could get a pin on Alan Fisher. So I tried readjusting. I tried getting supinated rise, and trying to keep that and lock it and come back with it.
So this is your approach going into this third match.
Yeah.
Okay. How's the referee with you?
I was pissing the ref off a little bit. I was pretty comfy, and then Alan was wrapping around me. I think he mustn't have liked the grip I had. I was pretty happy.
No trying
I
to
was
negotiate
trying to hide my
down.
hand by coming back in, getting his fingers to slide off.
Keep that hand.
I think I prefer to take my chances with a rest grip.
Here I am trying to predict the go.
And it's a slip.
I notice your elbow is off the front of the pad, and they let you start.
That's probably the downrest fault. Behind rest focusing on center, I think. One hand was too big here. Couldn't crack his wrist. He's letting me ramp a little bit.
And it's a punch.
Yeah. Too strong. I think the overall thing was too much experience. Well, every round it felt like my hand was back in the setup just because of how big his hand was. I was trying to tuck in my elbow to get a bit of cup, but my hand was still back. That's how thick his hand was. Every round it felt like he was just as we were closing our hands, it felt like he was coming up and supinating, rising to hit like this.
Prior to the go.
Yeah, just as we were closing our hands, it felt like he was doing this. So he was carving in a little bit.
So what do you do in the future to prevent that?
Well, I'd probably readjust my elbow setup. I might match him a little bit with what he's doing. I'd probably just try and roll through his hand next time. I think I just wasn't confident in my ability, just because of how big his hand was.
So you travel here from Australia.
Yep.
All the confidence in the world.
Yep.
And by the third match, the confidence is no longer. So what happens in those first two matches? What does he do to go from all the confidence in the world to, man, I just bit off more than I can chew?
Well, during the setups, he was squeezing onto my hand super intensely, and he wouldn't let me go. I was trying to get away from him, and he just wouldn't let me go. And it was starting to gas my hand out, and I was getting very worried because I was going to try and go for a top roll, and I was thinking, is my hand too gassed to try and open his? Because it felt like he has 200 pounds of grip strength, just trying to crush my hand. So when my hand started to feel like it was gassing, that's when I started to lose confidence in my top roll.
So the third match you commit to.
I committed to a rised up, locked top roll, but he still got my hand back. I think it's because my hand was gassed.
Yeah.
Possibly could have kept it if it wasn't so gassed. But I might rematch him if he's not retired in the future.
Sure. Get a couple more years under your belt.
Yeah.
A couple more Samoan
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so you entered the rest of the tournament. You entered like 6 classes
Yeah.
and took home 2 first places.
Yeah. Undefeated. In 2 classes. Then I got second in every other class, I believe. I think there was 1 third place. And my left arm didn't do so well. I only got like 1 second place. To ET here, the Armwrestling Whisperer. Yeah.
So for the tournament itself, you feel you had the most battles with ET?
Oh yeah. It was probably the most fun, potentially the most fun I've ever had in a left arm match. We're in a war, both trying to top roll. I think if I didn't make any mistakes, it's a pretty easy day for me. But if I let ET get where he wants, yeah, that's him all day. We'll see in this match.
So this is left-handed.
Yeah.
How many times did you arm wrestle ET?
Come on, Jamie.
I got him on the first one.
All of them, all of them.
Come on, Jamie.
Don't separate, E.T. Don't separate,
Good
E.T.
spot on my left
Jamie.
arm. Few nasty spots on my left.
They matched it again.
Yeah, I think
Because I feel like every time I turned around, you arm wrestling.
All right, table 2. Barrett and Sean. Barrett and Sean. Table 2.
he was starting to get anything.
He started whispering at you, didn't he?
He did. The ref was like doing highlight. He's like,
Come on, Sean, it's just Derek.
he started whispering at me.
That's just tactic.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty funny. Both of us were very worried. Lots of tension. Lots of side pressure from ET. I was very comfortable here.
Back pressure.
That was a super touchy spot for me.
ET is viral. He's got a TikTok that's got over 500,000 followers, and
Yeah,
he's known as the Arm Wrestling Whisperer.
yeah.
And lately, he's been wearing a Batman mask,
It's been Batman lately.
whispering to his opponents. One thing I like about this guy is, well, there's a lot of things I like about this guy. So more than one thing, is in those viral videos that he gets millions of views on, he's coaching his opponent through the match and walking them through it, talking about their shoulder and their position, and gives them a heads up that I'm going to apply some pressure. And he's very, it's all about safety for him.
Yeah,
And it's almost like he's educating these people that are brand new to arm wrestling as he's destroying them. But that's one of the things I like about him is he's coaching people and he's teaching them how to be safe.
100%.
The other thing I like is he's kind of made a name for himself on his TikTok as this kind of cringy guy. But when you meet him and you talk to him, he's actually a really cool, down-to-earth dude.
Yeah, he's super nice.
Super fun to be around, nice
Yeah.
guy, and a hell of an arm wrestler, surprisingly.
Oh yeah. His hook is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. So I was very happy to see that he comes across that way.
Yeah.
Christian Michael. Christian Michael.
In the finals, he had to beat the twice.
You just beat ET, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted to test out his hook here. That was a huge mistake. huge mistake. He could have just pushed on to me.
So now you're 1-1. Final. Oh, just same match.
Yeah. This is the final.
Come on, Jamie.
Get some high
Second, my
back
comfortable spot.
Go, Jamie, let's go.
Same as the first
Come on,
time.
Jamie.
Get behind that shoulder. Break that wrist, DT. Come
Come
on.
on, Jamie. Go,
Got too
Jamie.
impatient, surged too quickly, and I elbow fell. At this point, my hand's blown up. I'm really feeling it. And I just had nothing left.
Wrist integrity, ET.
Yeah.
Come on, Jamie.
He's got a good hit on that too.
Just had nothing left for him at that point.
By now, he seems to be pretty fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was left arm.
Okay.
By the time we got to 165-pound class right arm, my arm was still super pumped from Alan, and especially my hand. Yeah.
So fun-filled day of arm wrestling.
Yeah, I got to meet Dallas Langston, pulled him in the comp, pulled Derek Smith in the comp, ET. I got a second chance with Alan Fisher in the tournament. I didn't include it in this video. We might make another video later.
Sure. So what did you take away? You got one tournament in here in the U.S. You pull pound for pound best 165 pounder of all time, and you pull probably arguably one of the most famous arm wrestlers in the world right now to a non-arm wrestling community, and both in the same day, and you leave there with what?
What an American ref feels like, what the American arm wrestlers feel like in the setup. Everyone seemed to be applying lots of side pressure in the setup. And not many people do that in Australia. It's usually a lot of up pressure or maybe reverse pressure, but nobody applies that much side pressure in the setup. Every single person in the tournament was doing that.
You feel that's beneficial to the match for them?
I think it played into my style. I liked it. I start to have a lot of fun when people try to bring their shoulder forward with me. Everybody who's tried to outpress me has always lost. I've never been outpressed, ever. If we make this other video, in one of them classes I won, a guy tried to outpress me twice, and that's probably the most fun for me when somebody tries to outpress me. Both tried to come in, and yeah, it was pretty quick, straight to the pad. Yeah. I'm pretty confident when somebody tries to bring their shoulder forward with me.
Yeah. So you were supposed to go home last week. Found out there's another tournament coming up, Mr. Olympia. Reached out to your employer, reached out to your family, got your tickets changed, stuck around for 2 more weeks.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Olympia in Las Vegas.
Yep.
You're making the best of this trip.
Yeah, that was unexpected. I had no idea about Mr. Olympia until I got here. And, my boss is nice enough to let me take leave in advance. I'm just trying to get a promoter's attention, to be invited to one of their events. Like Neil Pickup or Engen Terzi at East vs West, or King of the Table, or Michael Todd's Monster Factory, events like those. I just want to be on that main stage.
Okay, so you come here with that in mind. Get your name out there.
That was
the plan was to beat Alan Fisher. That was going to throw your name out there.
Yeah.
Didn't quite go the way you wanted. However, you got a lot of experience. You go home, not a completely different arm wrestler, but you added a lot to your arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what to expect from an American referee, an American puller with the side pressure is a little different. Makes you a little better arm wrestler when you go home against your own competition down there.
100%.
And so that's just going to get you out there. Now you got Mr. Olympia. You go in there. Do you focus on 18 classes like you did here, or what are your thoughts there?
It's undecided. I think I might focus on the one class. I've got Vosgin in my weight class. I think he's a 3-time world champion. I've got a couple other really good guys, national champions. I might do the 185 class as well. I think Luke Kent might be there, potentially.
Good 185 pounder.
Yeah.
In fact, he can make 165s, I believe.
Um,
Okay, so now let's say you get a win on one of these guys. You might start raising some eyebrows. We got, eyes are going to be on this competition. Neil Pickup's going to be watching. Monster, Michael Todd, Ingen. You beat a guy like Vosgin, Ingen is going to hear about it.
yeah.
With those 3 matches against Alan Fisher has fits with Vosgin. Different matchup, different hand, different arm length. How do you feel going in with Vosgin?
Well, Alan said he's only lost to Vosgin once, and he was in hospital a couple hours prior. I think he had something wrong with his spine and he couldn't walk, and he still went to the Olympia, and he regretted it by losing to Vosgin. Dallas Langston and James Sheldon have coached me a little bit for what I should be trying to do with Vosgin. And I'll attempt to do that. I'm starting to feel pretty confident. Might be able to pull it off. I got to arm wrestle him last week. I was super beat up, and I think he was trying to see what I got. I didn't show him everything, but he's very fast.
Very fast, very strong.
Yeah.
Thick hand for the size of it.
Yeah.
And witty. He's very witty in the sport. He's trained a lot of really good arm wrestlers, and he's been around it long enough and pulled enough people to know just about every counter for every move there is. And he's smart.
Yeah.
And a great guy too. On top of that,
Yeah,
I was really impressed with his the group that he has up there for training, and how much you learn in just a 2-hour period of training with this group of guys.
Yeah, those guys are next level.
Next level.
If you want to be the best, probably train with them.
Yeah, I agree. Might be worth that 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
Every week on a Thursday.
I mean, I would do
on
it.
a work day.
I would do it. For sure.
Yeah. All right, well, this is our first one.
I think we still got some right arm matches with ET.
We do here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You sure?
I think so.
Get that shoulder back!
Yeah, no, we don't.
We'll do another one. Thanks for joining us. I am Harold the Rattlesnake Riding, as you see over here, somewhere over there, right there. Jamie, Michael Barrett, no relation to Michael Barrett from Canada, 2000 world champion, won the world championships in Finland.
He might be a lost cousin or something.
Maybe. Yeah, you both are from England origin, right? Originally? Queen.
I originated from Ireland, according to Google.
Without the DNA test.
No DNA test.
Yeah.
I got no idea. So.
All right. Well, we'll do another one.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool, man.
Good stuff.
Thanks for doing this with me.
Awesome. See you guys.